All right, welcome everybody. And today we have Katie Walker from the Westchester Chamber of Commerce. This is Westchester, Pennsylvania. Just to be clear, there's tons of Westchesters out there. And today we're going to talk to Katie a little bit about here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, the chamber and what she does. So Katie, we'll go right into it. So tell everybody a little bit about the chamber and what you do there.
Sure. Thanks, Marty. Thanks for having me on. So I'm the president of the Greater Westchester Chamber of Commerce. A lot of times when I meet people out in the community, they think that that means that I'm a board member for the organization or a volunteer. But this is my full-time gig here with the organization. I have been here now since June of 2021. So a little over a year, but I actually have a pretty long history with the organization. I was the president here for about 7 years, about 11 years ago. So I was first hired when I was in my late 20s and was here for quite a while, and then moved on and did some other things in Montgomery County and the Lehigh Valley. But I'm so excited to be back here in the Westchester community. I live locally, obviously work locally here as well, and just, really, really enjoy this work. It's kind of in my blood. I've been working for chambers of commerce for quite a long time now. I started out my career at the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce, where I'm originally from. I'm a Delco girl. So,
Okay.
the Chamber of Commerce here in Westchester, we are a not-for-profit business association. We service around 530 members. So for-profit businesses like Rhino, nonprofit organizations, other organizations in the greater Westchester community, as well as from outside of Westchester as well. We always tell anybody that's interested, if you are looking to network, grow your business, connect with other people in the community, and really just get involved and get out there, that you should join your local Chamber of Commerce. So we offer all kinds of different events throughout the year, community-based events like the Christmas parade that our organization runs here in the borough, as well as networking events, fundraisers, so on and so forth. So we're really an association-based organization and a great opportunity for businesses to meet one another and connect, share ideas, and hopefully to help them grow. That's our purpose.
Awesome. So like when you look out there and everybody starts a business, right? Or who starts a business, we should say. And it's someone will say, join the local chamber to get started, get networking and all the things that you mentioned. What do you think is the biggest benefit for somebody just starting out to join the chamber?
That's a great question. I like to tell people that from what I have learned after moving to this community, because I've lived here off and on as well, and I'm sure this is the case in a lot of towns like Westchester and surrounding townships, but it's a very relational community. So I definitely think it's helpful for people to put a name with a face. For example, everybody knows when Eric comes out to our chamber events, he's starting to be recognized as Band Rhino. And I think that's really what a benefit can be for joining the Greater Westchester Chamber, joining your local Chamber of Commerce, is that you're not just a name behind an email or trying to make any kind of dreaded call or connect with people, cold calls if they still even happen. It's a way for you to start to build relationships with people in the community that are already active. I would say people that join chambers, and especially those that stay committed to being a member of a chamber year after year, they're the kind of people that are, I would say, most connected in your community and really get that joining and being part of groups like your chamber or your local Rotary Club, how important that is to building relationships, and therefore how important it is to building your business.
Sure. What would you say just in Westchester, what's the Westchester Chamber of Commerce? What's their mission here in town and in the borough, and then probably Greater Chester County?
Sure. Like most chambers, our mission is to help support the businesses in our community to make Westchester a great place, not just to start a business, build a business, but also a great place to live, to raise your family and to work. So, a big part of our goal is economic development as well. So we're also working with organizations like the Chester County Economic Development Council, the Workforce Investment Board, to also address issues around things like workforce development. I know right now in our community, and I'm sure across many, people are really struggling right now to find good employees. I think it's a bit of a holdover from, the struggles that we've all had these past few years, and just people's mindset changing when it comes to work. So, that's an important part of it as well. We run great community events like the parade and things like that just make Westchester a great place for people to want to come to, sort of puts us on the map a little bit. We get a lot of great coverage for that in media. But really what's part of it is just making sure that our community is thriving and growing.
Okay. And as far as, you've worked obviously Delaware County where you're from, and then you set up in Lehigh and Montgomery County as well here in Pennsylvania. So if you had to pinpoint one thing that separates Westchester a little bit, is there anything that stands out in terms of the town or the chamber or just the organization?
Sure. I mean, we're really fortunate to have this Main Street downtown, atmosphere, obviously, with the shops and the restaurants. I think we're very fortunate to have that kind of backdrop. Our reach goes beyond just the borough, but the borough really acts as this wonderful sort of meeting point for a lot of our businesses. People that are outside of town, either, work from home or have their businesses outside of town, they're always coming in to Westchester to have meetings, to connect with people, to maybe, have office space here in town. The chamber actually has office space for businesses, just in our building alone. So, I think that backdrop of the borough makes us really unique. We're also very fortunate to have Westchester University here in downtown Westchester, which we have a really wonderful partnership with, and work a lot with the university, with the students. The students are coming out all the time and they're volunteering for things like the greens hanging that we just did in town this past weekend, and they're volunteering for community-based events. And more than just what the chamber is putting on, other organizations that run the chili cook-off and the restaurant festival and all the other really great programs that happen in town. The university, I would say, they're a big part of what makes this a great place to just be in throughout the year.
Business owners and marketing professionals in the Philly area, Bad Rhino takes the overwhelm out of digital marketing. With tailored digital marketing services, from social media management to SEO and PPC advertising, our expert team navigates the complexities of the digital ad space for your business. Let Bad Rhino lead you to success. Visit badrhinoinc.com and let's take your business to new heights. Bad Rhino, we do digital marketing so you don't have to.
So for somebody outside of Westchester, how would you describe the town to them? Because, you keep alluding to it. I mean, there's the parades and the chili cook-off and the restaurant festival, and then shutting down Main Street now and during the summer, and everybody's outside. So how would you describe the overall town to somebody that was from outside of Westchester?
I would say it's held its historic charm, but also been able to, modernize and grow in really interesting and creative ways. I mean, Marty, you mentioned that you've been here for quite a long time. So you've seen the changes that have occurred in this community over the years and, some of the new developments. I mean, you're right across the street from the corner of 44 West A Street, where the fountain went in, and that really nice sort of gathering space in downtown Westchester that wasn't there before. That was, I think, an old county building that existed there on the corner before they built the new courthouse. So, when you come into Westchester, you're sort of greeted by the entryway of Gay Street. Really unique shops and restaurants, which is something I also really love about Westchester. There's not really, chain stores or stores that you're going to find maybe in the, in an old mall type of space. Everything is really unique and one of a kind, including a lot of the businesses that are here in Westchester as well, that, work with other businesses or, serve the public. So I just think it's a great community to come into, to walk around. If you're looking for some kind of unique, special gift for somebody, Westchester is a great place to come to. If you want to come in and try some really awesome restaurants, coffee shops, just great places to check out that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yep. No, I think that's pretty accurate. As far as going into 2023, what's on the big goal list for Westchester Chamber of Commerce, or what's your biggest challenge?
Sure. We're always looking to grow our membership, right? And growth also comes along with retention of our members as well. So continuing to discover ways that we can add value to membership with the chamber. Eric and I have actually talked a little bit about this at Bad Rhino about, starting up a young professionals group. We are actually working very closely with the 8 other chambers of commerce that are in Chester County, because there are a lot of us. And we started what we call the Chester County Chamber Alliance. So all of the chamber executives get together on a monthly basis, and we are really trying to wrap our minds around how we can collectively have a bigger impact on the workforce development issue that I had mentioned earlier. So that's going to be a big goal for us for next year. We are going to be leaning into building our strategic plan out for the next 3 to 5 years in 2023, and also growing our board of directors. We are governed, I would say, by a 21-seat board at the moment. And, we've had people that have served on that board for quite a long time that are terming off. So we will be looking to continue to add individuals to our board, diversify our board so that it really represents our membership and the community that we work in. So those are just some of the things that we'll be working on when we hit the ground running in January.
That sounds great. So just to recap a couple of things, what would you say, like, when a new business joins and they get into the chamber, or even existing business joins, doesn't necessarily have to be a new one, but what do they get access to once they become a member? And what do you think is one of the bigger benefits? You touched on a few, but I think recapping that's pretty important.
Sure. When somebody signs up, they immediately receive communication from me, a welcome message that has them set up their portal information. Every member has their own unique account with the chamber and their member portal. So they get their credentials set up, sign up online with us. They can add additional employees to their account. That's one thing to mention too, that sometimes people aren't aware of when it comes to chamber membership, is that when the business joins, not only is the owner or the CEO a member, but all of their employees are members as well. So they can really encourage, those people that work for them to also take advantage of the membership and get out to events and things like that. But one of the things that we try to do as soon as a company becomes a member is we connect them with one of our chamber ambassadors. So that is a committee of volunteers that are also fellow members of the organization. Each of them will actually receive a file of new members that have joined, and then they reach out, make an introduction, hopefully even get to the point where they can grab coffee, they can grab lunch. And then that ambassador really kind of helps to, bridge that gap between being a new member, really not knowing anybody, and then coming out to events and being able to help introduce them to people, even if it's email introductions, because we know people are very, strapped for time these days. They might not be able to get out to an event right away, but they can help make those introductions as well. We'll do a feature on every new business that joins. We call them our member spotlights. So we send out a newsletter every Tuesday to about 1,700 contacts that are, all members of the chamber. We also feature it on our social media as well, and get a lot of great engagement there across all of our platforms. So again, just I would say when people first get signed up and joined, they'll come out to a new member luncheon that we host here at the chamber office. They'll meet the staff. They'll get to meet their other kind of cohort of new members that have just joined. We'll connect them with an ambassador. So it's really important for us to make sure that when someone just first signs up, that they feel welcome and that they understand the benefits and what they can start to take advantage of.
Katie, that's awesome. And where can people go to sign up for the chamber?
Sure. Our website, it's greaterwestchester.com. We actually just completely redesigned the site and launched it this past April. So we're really excited about that. It was long overdue. And we also brought in new software on the back end. So our members hopefully are just having a much better experience when they're getting their account set up, updating their online directory listing, signing up for events, that sort of thing. So greaterwestchester.com is the best place to go to sign up, fill out an application, see all of our upcoming events. You can even see who our new members were that just joined recently. We welcome all of them on the website as well.
That's awesome, Katie. So first off, thanks for being on here. And what we're trying to do with this is just have short podcasts where people can get introduced to local businesses, as well as talk to people like yourself who are running, things like the Chamber of Commerce, where everybody should get involved with. I know it's been a great experience for us over the past 6 years plus since we've been in Westchester. 7 years. Yeah, 7 years.
Thank you for being a member. We very much. Yeah.
No problem. So Katie, thank you so much for your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you around town.
Awesome. Thanks, Marty.